everyone, and welcome back to All About Nails, where we talk about vegan and cruelty-free nail polish. I'm really excited to be doing a light blues comparison video today. This is in my series of videos where I've been talking about comparing blue polishes. And so if you have missed other videos in this series, then I will definitely link that playlist up on your screen and then also down below in the description box. So watch this video and then go back and watch the rest of them if you love blue nail polish as much as I do. Today I'm wearing on my fingers Natty, and I already did post a navy blue comparison video, so if you want to see more about this polish, then you can watch that one. It's in the playlist that I just talked about. But today we're going to talk about these four lovely light blue polishes. The first polish that we're going to talk about today is this lovely blue color. It is called Blue, B-L-U, and this is from the 2013 Lovely collection. That was a spring collection. And blue is described by Zoya as a full coverage, soft and delicate pale baby blue with a glossy cream finish. And I think, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is one of Zenora's favorite Zoyas, and I love Zenora. She's amazing. I love her videos. They are some of the first ones that I watched about Zoya, so this polish has a special place in my heart because I think she loves it so much. Up next, and probably looking fairly similar on your screen, is Kristen. Kristen's described by Zoya as a gull gray nail polish with a mild bluish hue. And this one is the only polish that we're talking about today that was actually released in a winter collection. This is from the 2011 Feel collection. Up next is Lake, another spring release. This was from the 2016 Whispers collection, and I'm actually doing a throwback review. I have this whole collection, and so I'm going to do a throwback review video sometime soon about this collection, so you'll get to see more of Lake if you don't get enough in this video. And Lake is described by Zoya as a softened blue that gives the effect of serene water with just a hit of vibrancy. And Lake, I think, is a really lovely soft color, just right between blue and green. It's really beautiful. And then the last polish that we're talking about today is Lillian, and Lillian is described by Zoya as a faded aquamarine. And this one is actually in another video that I've done. It's in the bright blues comparison that I did last summer. It's one of the first videos that I made on my channel. I'm pretty sure I filmed it with my phone, actually. So you can watch that video. I included Lillian in the bright blues, but I just really feel like it also fits in this color category, and so I wanted to bring it over here. On the nails, it just pulls with a lot of white, and so I thought I'd fit it in here as well. This is from the 2015 Delight collection. All right, here are these four lovely shades. There are obviously some pretty strong differences between them. Lake is not described by Zoya as having any green in it, but I think compared to the other three, you definitely see a little bit of green undertone. Kristen obviously has a lot more gray undertone, and Blue has a lot more white undertone. And then Lillian is much brighter than these other three. I do want to bring in another one of the bright blues that I compared with Lillian when I compared it a year ago. Yummy was my favorite from that category. It is hands down one of my favorite blue nail polishes ever of all time. And I just really think when you look at these two together, Yummy is super saturated. It has a lot of white in it. Lillian just looks almost pale, so pale compared to Yummy. So that's why I decided to add Lillian in here. I would argue that Blue is also super bright. It has a lot of white in it, which makes it look really bright on the nail, and so I think Blue and Lillian actually do have a lot in common. I think Lillian is a much softer blue than some of the more intense blues. I want to bring in a couple comparison polishes. I want to bring in Snow White, which is just kind of a classic white polish from Zoya, because I think Snow White will show that although some of these polishes are really light, they definitely are really pigmented. So especially Snow White compared to Blue, I think shows how truly impressive Blue is. In Zoya's line, Blue is so soft and so light while having so much blue in it. How many times can I say blue in this sentence? Blue is very blue, but I really think compared to Snow White, compared to this white polish, you can see just how pigmented it is. Even though it's so soft compared to the other blues in Zoya's collection, it's so pigmented. And I'm honestly really impressed with the formula on Blue. I don't usually talk about formula in these color comparison videos, but I feel like I have to, given how light of a color it is. I'm pretty impressed with it. It's not you know, a beginner polish. It's not super easy, but it's not as hard as I expected it to be given how light the color is. All right, and then the other comparison that I think is helpful is August and Kristen. And I wanted to bring in August because I think it's a blue toned gray, but I wanted to show just how much blue there is in Kristen. Kristen looks really gray compared to the other polishes in this group, but compared to August, Kristen is so blue. It's much more of a pastel blue than it is a gray. And I think that's what makes Kristen so lovely on the nails, is it just really screams blue. It has so much blue in it. Down here, Kristen looks super gray, but I think if we compare it to this much more true gray polish, you can really see how light and how lovely and how soft and how blue it is. Okay, this is a comparison that I've already made in my teal video. This is Bevan. I did do Bevan compared to Lake in my blue-green comparison video, and so I just want to bring it back in here for a second just to show you how much softer Lake is, how much more kind of whitened out and pastel it is compared to Bevan. Bevan is much more saturated. All right, let's talk about some favorites. Kristen is definitely a favorite. This one, I think the gray in it makes it super wearable for me. I love the gray undertones in this one. This one's really great. I had it in my winter favorites video for this year because it's just such a lovely neutral for the winter. Blue is definitely a bit more kind of brighter baby blue, which I think is really fun. This is not a color that I'm gonna wear a ton, but I think it's really pretty and really different from other polishes in this group. Oh guys, Lake is also totally different from the other ones in this group, so if you're somebody who wears blues and you feel like this is a neutral color palette, which I totally do, then I think you could get away with having all three of these. These are each neutral in their own way. They're soft and easy to wear. The ones that are probably the most neutral are Lake and Kristen. Blue is a little bit bright. It has so much white in it. But I think you can get away with it. And then honestly, Lillian is much brighter, so if you really like that kind of bolder blue, you might really like Lillian. I would say that all four are so different that you can absolutely justify having them all in your collection, especially if you're a blue lover like me. Awesome, thank you so much for joining. I hope that you learned something today. Maybe there's a polish here that you want to add to your collection. Maybe there's a polish here that you have in your collection and you're gonna be inspired to pull it back out. That's exciting too. And as always, if you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what your takeaway is, and consider subscribing so you don't miss the next video in this series. Again, I'm gonna link that series on your screen and also down below in the description box. So I hope you'll join me for the next one. Bye!